Hey everybody, the Banga's back. Welcome to part 17 of Let's Play Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Alright, before we go any farther and check out some supports, I say it's high time we do some more certifying. Alright, so Felix can start taking a course too. I think I'd rather him as a Myrmidon than a fighter, because he's mostly going to be using swords rather than axes. Although I guess if you are a fighter, you can still use. No, I think you're better off with the Myrmidon class. There you go, get to it. I knew he'd pass. 100% odds? What did you expect? Alright, next up will be Sylvain. Let's see. Wait. Oh, we don't have any beginner seals. Oh, let's go fix that. Well, it's really for the convoy. We'll buy 3 more? Sure, why not? And while we're here, I think we got some gold bullions to sell. Do I have any bullions? I don't know if there's a way to sort the items. Yeah, I don't see a way. Yeah, sell them all. Oof, I better put these to good use eventually. And let's do the other certification for Sylvain. Put you on Soldier. That would make more sense. Well, dude, these books don't have girls on them. There we go. Now we can put him to work.
Okay. No big deal, really.
Change that class right away. Wait, Byleth can probably take an intermediate class. Ooh, so what would I rather him go for? I don't know if I'm gonna, switch that class right away, but it will be helpful. Strong and speedy, the Mercenary gets the job done. I don't know if they have any special perks on top of that. Excellent speed and dexterity. Skilled at opening locks. What would actually be good for him outside of that? I think we'll go with Mercenary. I won't switch class until I finish up with Myrmidon. Usually I find it's a good idea to master classes if you can.
New path to tread.
And we'll just keep it there for later when we need to reclass. So for now... Actually, why don't we do one for Ash? He's only going towards bow anyway. So there we go, you take the fighter exam. But I'm not going to switch classes because you haven't finished mastering yours. And now let's take a look at the supports. Because we have time. Lots of time. Alright, the dude's got one with Felix, of all people.
Hold a moment, dog.
Whoa.
Are you speaking to me?
I don't see anyone else here, do you? You're that boar's lapdog.
Do not mock His Highness.
Spoken like a good pet. Why do you follow him with such devotion? Do you really think a man like that is worth it?
Fargus destroyed my homeland. Burned it all to the ground. Slaughtered my people.
The punishment of Dusker.
My father, my mother, my sibling, all all were killed. We received no aid, no respite. Fargus murdered our dignity and torched our pride. His Highness is different. He is the only one who sees my people as human. He risked his life to save mine, and it is thanks to him that I no longer wish for death.
That's what we call blind obedience. Tell me, would you give your life for him?
Yes.
And what if he commanded you to join him in a senseless massacre?
I would do it.
Even a massacre of children, or the elderly, or your own comrades?
Without hesitation. You have misunderstood me. I am the sword and shield of His Highness. Weapons do not have a will of their own.
Blind obedience. You're right. I did misunderstand. I shouldn't have called you a lapdog. You're a rabid cur. You and the Boar Prince make quite a team. Two crazed animals.
I warned you not to mock His Highness. I am aware you have a history of friendship with him, but one more word.
I've said my piece. Scamper back to your master.
But we got along a little bit better after all that. I don't know how. Alright, Ash has... Whoa. We'll go with Dimitri first. Apparently he only goes as high as B with him.
This tent is torn. Can you please fix this one first, Ash?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown if I...
No problem at all. I've had lots of practice with things like this. Happy to help however I can.
Oh. Well, thanks. Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
Well, yes. Sorry, no. I can't ask you to do that.
Ash, I've told you, there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me. It doesn't feel right.
I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that. And while I'm being candid, I'd prefer it if you didn't speak so formally to me. We're supposed to be allies. We fought side by side as equals, haven't we?
I know. But to commoners like me, you're royalty. Regular folks normally only lay eyes on someone like you once or twice in their whole lives.
I understand, I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each city.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more. That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I've finished with the tent.
Ash, enough! Okay. I have a question. Answer me this. I don't normally eat sweets. So what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful. Oh, Your Highness, please, you mustn't.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go and fetch some.
Your Highness, please come back. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure these repairs get done.
And then you'll get rewarded with sugar candies. There you go, it's a fair trade. So I'm guessing Ash has a lot of these for just about everyone. Alright, how about with Felix?
I must have left it in the library. Oh, is that Felix? Hey, Felix. This is a surprise. I didn't think you had much interest in books. I'm already finished with that one. You can borrow it if you'd like.
No need. I was just curious who it belonged to.
Why not read a few pages at least while you've got it open? I think you'd really like it. The plot is pretty different from a typical knight's tale, but it's still really good. Do you like stories about adventure and chivalry?
No, I despise them.
Yeah, well, have you tried reading any? You might find them really interesting. I know I do.
What do you find so interesting?
Well, for one thing, the knights in these stories are always gallant and brave. And they always value things like friendship, loyalty, and justice. That's the kind of knight I want to be.
Ridiculous. Friendship, loyalty, justice. Only fools allow their lives to be ruled by such nonsense. Fools who get themselves killed for nothing, only to be celebrated as heroes in books like this. Writers of these stories are worse than tyrants. They seize control of people's thoughts.
That's a little much. I was only interested in...
I don't care. Such blind enthusiasm is dangerous. Be more moderate in your passions.
You know something, Felix? You are exactly like the knight in this story.
Excuse me?
On the surface, he's sarcastic and intimidating, but underneath, he's kind and cares for his friends. In the end, they become heroes together and conquer all obstacles.
Oh, that's so anime.
Disgusting. Stop looking at me like that.
Oh, see, right there. That's just what I mean. You sound exactly like him. I'm going to lend you this book, really, I insist. Just give it a read, all right? Trust me, and you can tell me what you think when you're done.
Why is this happening?
I try my best not to make friends, and then I end up making friends. Even with someone I called, like, a lapdog. Alright, let's go with Mercedes and Ash. Wait, does Anna have any connections with anyone? I don't think so.
Oh no, this isn't right. Now what am I supposed to do?
What's the matter, Mercedes?
I accidentally made this food much sweeter than I wanted.
Let me taste it.
Not sweet enough.
Yeah, a little sweet. What if we try adding a few spices?
Huh? This is delicious! You're an amazing cook, Ash!
My dad used to own a restaurant. I helped out a lot around the kitchen, even as a little kid.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility to take on at an early age. No wonder you always work so hard. I might learn something if I watch you cook.
Well, no promises. I just have a little bit of experience, that's all. But look at you, you're great at baking cakes.
It's true that I'm quite good at baking, but I'm not the best when it comes to seasoning. Maybe it's because I don't like spicy food? It's tough to make food taste good when you don't enjoy it. I just had an idea. If the reason I can't cook spicy food is because I don't like it, then all I have to do is eat some spicy food. If I learn to like it, then I'll be better at making it, right?
I don't know, maybe. What makes you say that?
No. None of that matters. Once I've made a decision, I have to go with it. I'll make something spicy right away.
Oh, this won't end well. If I leave her to it, she'll make an even bigger mess.
Hey, Ash, which seasonings should I use? These ones?
Hold on, Mercedes. Let me show you. That one goes best with meat, but for stir-fry, what you really want is this.
And that's how Mercedes, got her first taste of Carolina Reaper peppers. Oh my god, Ingrid has a lot with people. Oh dear, this might end up being the whole video. Ingrid and Dimitri.
Thank you for sparring with me, Your Highness. It seems despite how hard I've worked, I'm still no match for you.
Oh, there's no need for such humility. Thanks to all of your hard work, you're improving rapidly.
If you're going to praise me, it should at least be after I've won a match against you.
You know, Ingrid, I may be the victor when we cross spears on foot like this. But on horseback, your handling of a lance is far superior. Can't I be allowed to have my own area of expertise?
No, I cannot allow that. It's my duty to get stronger, to fight with all I have in defense of the kingdom and its people.
Such high stakes. By the way, where did you learn that fierce jab of yours? I'm pretty sure the only other person I've seen perform that move is Glenn.
So you recognized it. Yes, he shared much with me.
I thought as much. I never imagined I would be on the receiving end of one of his techniques again. Glenn and I once studied under the same instructor. I've sparred with him more times than I can count.
Ah, yes. He was never short on praise for you. Lord Dimitri is incredible. Such skill. There's no way I'll ever outmatch him. Things of that sort.
Well now, he never said any of that to me.
Well, he was Felix's brother. That family's not big on displays of affection.
That is true. We spent about as much time arguing as we did training. I can't believe it's been 4 years since the tragedy of Dusker. Since we lost Glenn, along with so many others.
So it has. Time moves quickly. Things have changed so much. Despite the sorrow, I intend to become a powerful knight. A knight like yourself. And like Glenn. I will do so for the sake of my homeland, the holy kingdom of Fargus, and for all who have died protecting it. To that end, I hope you will spar with me again in the future, Your Highness.
It would be my pleasure. After all, I value our trading sessions as much as you do.
When you say like jab, you mean like jab with the spear or like the butt end of it? Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna check the rest of these later. Why don't we just do some exploring? I already did battling last week. I don't want to do it 2 weeks in a row. Of course, no new quests because we already have them completed. Alright, so I have received some comments as to like who I should be recruiting. And 2 people that actually came to mind are Lysia and Kaspar. And I just wonder if I actually have the right stats with them. Well, let's start with Kaspar first.
Let's see.
I probably don't have the right skills. Or the right experience. Well, he's probably gone off that way. Also, I should check the amiibo gazebo, too. Just in case there's another item there.
Professor? Oh, hey, Professor. I was just reading. Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Professor. Here to cause some trouble? No? Well, whatever then.
Okay, so I need strength and brawling. I could probably do good with strength, so I might need to go to a faculty guy or faculty instructor to get brawling. Which I'm not a fan of, but it's gonna have to be done.
Professor.
Oh, so it looks like Hubert's got something to tell me? I saw the speech bubble.
Speaking of, can you imagine the Archbishop being murdered? I prefer not to consider such a gruesome scenario.
Frightening thought.
That easy to get under your skin, is it?
Well, yeah, it's an attempted murder, which could end up being an attempted theft. That seems to be what it's all about anyway.
That reminds me.
But it's still terrible.
Well,
Oh, let's take a look at the advice box. I'm an only child. Because of this, I'm worried that my parents will have to adopt a child or do their best to have another of their own if I don't carry on the family tide. Relax, you can think it over before you graduate. What you seek is more important than a title. They should adopt Kaspar, he has no title to inherit. What you seek is more important than a title. I think you just want approval. No! Why don't you like that?
Hello there.
Truth hurts, you know. Maybe you should come to accept it. Anyway, let's just go to the garden. So I think they have new stuff since it's a different day. It's usually a good idea to check around that time. Yeah, see that? Dried vegetables. Concoctions. Which is nice. Another concoction. Did I not pick that up? Honeyed fruit blend. That's good for tea. Oh, don't scan an amiibo. Get the Caledonian crayfish. Another chest key. A door key. Eastern Fodland seeds. Oh, And pure water. Interesting.
Hi.
Hi to you too. Alright, so who can teach me brawling? I doubt it's Anna, but let me check anyway.
Oh. Good. Hey, Professor. I'd love to.
Faculty training. No, it's not you. I wish it made it easier to track who teaches you what, rather than have to remember it yourself.
Okay.
Hey, Professor, as I blame all.
Oh, this could teach me a budding ability, though. So why don't I put a point towards faith? Oh, nice! My skill went up. And I learned heal magic.
I still have much to learn.
That could really come in handy at some point. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to the guy if I want to fish.
Okay.
You know what? I should fish. I haven't done that in a long time. That's not a good one. That's a better one. Boosh. That's how it's done. An airmid pike? That's 3 stars. I like that. Alright, how about a pond snail? It's okay. Oh, really good one. Nice. Come on, give me a Tutatis Pike. 4 stars, baby. Alright, one more and that'll be it. Yeah, I'll take that one. Man, I just got this down to a science. God, there's so little larva to get here. You notice that? I wonder why that is. Hey, you want a gift? You want to eat a fish? He looks happy. There, that's all you're getting, 1 fish.
What?
Yeah, you heard me. 1 fish. Anybody else want to talk to me? Shamir might want to talk to me, as would Claude. Why don't I talk to Shamir? I just gotta go this way, right?
How's that? You spend too much time roaming the monastery. If you're looking for something, try less aimless wandering.
I was thinking about the enemy's objective.
Do you even know who the enemy is? You can't know why without knowing who. It's none of my business anyway. I'm just here to take care of enemies who get too close.
Okay, you also don't teach brawling. God damn it. Is there like a way to know? Like who teaches you what? Unless you got it like down to muscle memory, I guess. Oh, Claude might want to talk to me. I haven't talked to him. I really should be doing that more often, just going to characters with speech bubbles. So I might be asked something I could, you know, get some good relationship points with. Or rather, support. Hey,
I
Lysithia.
don't know who's to blame for all this. Yes? I'm actually very busy right now.
Okay, I need more magic and faith. Good thing I did put a point in faith earlier.
There's been talk of an attempt on Rhea's life. We've been ordered to help the Knights patrol. Could that possibly mean that Rhea isn't beloved by everyone the world over?
Oh, I thought you actually had something to say. Never mind then.
I was thinking.
Geralt might actually teach me something in brawling. He seems like the brawling type.
What's the map? Even so, the goddess, they say, not to.
No. Okay. God damn it. Oh, what's the special? I'm thinking of inviting... Let's invite Annette. And I'm thinking of inviting Sylvain as well.
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
That's much better. There we go. Look at all that motivation. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, there's quite a few people here that I can talk to. And possibly get that faculty support that I need.
You'd best keep your distance.
Okay, here we go. Brawling. It's only E+. The annoying thing about recruiting characters is that you're gonna end up possibly getting the ones for swords. So let's put a... But then again, I naturally learn more experience in swords anyway, so I'm just gonna go with brawling. Only good, really? And I don't think I can go with, like, one faculty instructor more than once. So I have to keep that in mind.
Last.
Let's see, I should probably talk to Leone and Rhea. Yeah, I'll see how they're holding up. They might appreciate my company.
I am grateful. Might you have come looking for me because you were worried about my safety?
I was worried.
I'm quite all right. But your concern means a great deal.
Bye! Alright, let's pay a visit to Leone before I go. I don't think there's much else to do in terms of training, so I might invite someone to tea time again.
Really?
Or could I do another tournament?
Hey, did you hear? A knight wielding a scythe is roaming around town at night. If he's a villain, I'd like to get the measure of him.
Oh, that's all?
Hey, I hope we get a chance to practice together when you find the time. I know I'm in a different class, but you're the only other person here who's learned from Captain Gerald.
Not interested in me yet, so I gotta learn, like, strength and lance. Well, it's not like I'll be able to recruit someone that soon anyway. It's very rare that you actually can. Alright, so I got one activity point left. Let's see. I could invite someone to tea time. Who do I want to invite then? You know what?
Professor.
Maybe I can get to know Ingrid a bit more.
Professor, if we don't know who... Thank you.
There, she accepted my invitation. Select some tea leaves to use, I mean? Why don't we go with the berry blend?
Thank you for inviting me.
There you go. I hope she likes it.
How relaxing.
I hope so.
Yes.
Food for life.
Yes.
Oh, it got lively! Okay, that worked.
Yes.
Things that pass laughs.
Wow.
Oh wow, I've actually got 2 in a row for that one.
Yes.
Hopes of the future.
No.
Okay, not that one. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Impactful conversations 2.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
Figured I'd try to spend some more time with my students. Hey! I got an extra charm point. And so did Ingrid. Okay, looks like that's gonna be enough exploring, but I want to go back to the greenhouse. I want to see how the seeds are doing. Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. I got even more seeds out of that. More root vegetable seeds, and I think we'll go with Western Foodland seeds too. And we'll cultivate them with, I'm gonna say water. I know what to do said something about certain seeds you don't want to put in water. And I don't think that's one of the ones I used. Oh, wait a minute, there's a conversation over here? I almost missed that.
That reminds me.
Okay, it's over here. You're curious to know how Ingrid is doing. Go for a visit? Sure, I got time.
That's the third time this month. Well, that's that. Father never relents. Oh, Professor. Hello. Did you need something?
What were you doing just now?
Well, that is... I was just tossing out something I have no need of. It's important to keep our spaces clean after all. You'd do well to remember that too, Professor. A clean space makes for a clean mind, or some such. Getting rid of things you have no need for is the first step to managing one's belongings in an economical way.
I don't want to ask that. Are you the thrifty type?
Does that surprise you? Perhaps it seems ill-befitting someone of noble birth to care about such things. Despite my family's nobility, we've never been particularly wealthy. So my father raised me to be conservative with my resources, paring down when necessary. He also encouraged me to keep my living spaces immaculate, so the two go hand in hand, I suppose.
He sets a fine example I'd be happy to follow.
I think he'd be happy to hear you say that.
What was it you threw out anyway?
Oh, just a scrap of paper. It was already written on, so no good for note-taking. And obviously, I can't use it to clean my lance. So I tossed it. No need to hang on to inconsequential things, you know. Professor, did you come to check on me for any particular reason? I hope Sylvain and Felix aren't getting into trouble as they tend to do.
I just wanted to talk to you.
Oh, well, if there's nothing important, I'll be on my way then. I still have some cleaning to take care of, after all. Talk to you later, Professor.
You too. Oh, good, I got their motivation up too. Does anybody else want to talk to me? No, I think we're all good. Oh, it's Claude's birthday. Host a tea party? You know what, let's host a tea party. You'll get the sweet apple blend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you wait? I ran as fast as I could.
Here,
thanks.
Would you like some tea?
It's so relaxing.
I know, right?
Right.
Fashion.
Blast.
Ah, damn. That didn't work.
Oh?
Your ambitions.
Of course.
Oh, okay, he liked that one. What else would he like?
Oh?
Gifts you like to receive, thanks for everything, first crushes. Gifts. Hey, 2 out of 3, not bad. Again.
I'm afraid I've stayed too long. Thanks for the tea. Let's plan to do this again sometime.
Yeah, and happy birthday, man. Oh, it's the day of the possible fight. Okay, so before we do the mission, let's use this time to view the other support combos. Ash has one with Ingrid, so let's listen.
Hi there, Ash. Here to do some reading as well, I take it? Ash?
Huh, Ingrid, you gave me a start. How long have you been standing there?
Not too long. Apologies for startling you. Must be a great book for you to be so deeply engrossed in it. What has you so captivated?
Oh, it's quite an old book. One of the really old legends of Fargus.
Aha! It must be the Sword of Kaifon then, yes?
Oh, so you know it.
Oh yes. I know it quite well. I read it often as a child. In fact, I read it so much that my personal copy fell apart. I brought it everywhere with me. I adore that book. The tale of the warrior Kaifon, whose devotion and loyalty enabled his best friend Luke to become king. He went to great lengths to see things through.
Exactly. I love the image of him charging forward into the fray, ready to take on any obstacle in the name of his king.
Indeed, he was the very picture of the perfect knight. In my opinion, the best chapter is right around the middle of the book.
Spoilers!
The part about the war of the eagle and lion? That's my favorite part. In a flash, Kaifon's sword flew from its scabbard. The knight parried the assassin's blade mere inches from the spine of his king.
Kaifon's blade hummed like the wind, slashing the enemy's throat. In mere moments, their forces lay vanquished, decimated by his mighty blows. I can recite the entirety of it if you like. I never grow weary of that tale, the pinnacle of knighthood, with all its struggles and glory.
I know just what you mean. I never get tired of it. Some people laugh at me for reading these old tales, but I'll never outgrow them. I'm glad to find someone who shares my enthusiasm.
I'm glad of it as well. Tell me, what other books do you enjoy, Ash?
Well, the first one I ever read was Lugh and the Maiden of Wind.
You have fantastic taste! That story is another favorite. The final chapter makes me tear up every time.
I know. When I first read it, I just couldn't get that ending out of my head.
It seems we have much in common. I look forward to chatting again sometime.
I'd love to. Yes, let's.
And then they started a book club. Alright, oh dear, Felix got a couple too. How about Dimitri first?
Hello, Felix. I see you're here to train as well.
Go away. Just looking at your face makes me want to retch.
With that mouth of yours, you grow more like your brother every day.
Shut up. And stop walking around on your hind legs. You're not fooling me.
I cannot fathom why you seem to hate me so.
Because I know what you really are. A beast, craving blood.
A beast craving blood, am I? I assume you're speaking of the events 2 years ago. Last time we met outside the academy?
I am. The way you suppressed that rebellion, it was ruthless slaughter, and you loved every second. I remember the way you killed your victims, how you watched them suffer. And your face, that expression, all the world's evil packed into it. That was our first battle. I remember it vividly. Oh, something wrong? Go ahead and deny it, you wild boar.
I deny nothing, Felix.
Well then. I suppose the Dimitri I once knew died during that slaughter in Dusker, along with my brother.
Perhaps you're right.
Hurry up and get out of my sight. I don't make a habit of talking to beasts.
How did these two end up being friends? Alright, Sylvain and Annette next.
Hey, Annette. Hitting the magic books again? Has anyone ever told you that you're pretty cute when you're studying?
Sorry, Sylvain, but I'm trying to think right now. Could you keep quiet for a bit?
How can you stay focused reading a book that thick? With such small print? Is some of that text upside down?
If I use the formula in this line here, the magical energy should... No, that's not right.
You're even cuter when you're working through a difficult problem.
Sylvain, I'm serious. Please be quiet.
Hang on. Look at the third line. You've got the formula wrong.
I said the... Oh, you're right. How did you know that?
Well, I mean, it's written right there.
Most people wouldn't be able to grasp this formula just by glancing at it. Have you read this book before?
Nope, this is the first time. Okay, now that I look at it... Wow, this book makes things way more complicated than they need to be.
And what's your take on this part here?
It's just describing another application for the same formula. Ha! This is pretty easy.
You know, you're actually kind of amazing. I've been studying magic for a while now, but even I have trouble with this stuff. You act like all you do is mess around, but are you actually working really hard in secret?
Nah, hanging out with girls is way more fun. I guess I just picked this stuff up somewhere. Life is short, Annette. If you waste it working hard, it'll be over before you know it. Get out in the world. Have some fun.
That's easy for you to say. You're strong and smart without even trying. It's not fair. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
No, I was just thinking you're pretty cute when you're sulking. You know that?
What is wrong with you?
Hey, I just got lucky with that stuff in the book. I'd normally never be able to outsmart you. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and leave you to it.
Got lucky, huh? I'm not so sure about that. Well, that does it. It might be tough, but I won't accept second place. Let's go, me. I can do this. I'm gonna finish this whole book before sundown.
Which sundown? This sundown or the ones like a week later? Because we don't have time. Alright, Ingrid and Annette next.
Hello, Ingrid. Can I have just a teeny tiny moment of your time?
Sure. I can spare a moment or two.
I was wondering, do you have any interest in fashion and makeup and stuff like that?
I haven't the time to bother with such frivolities. As long as basic hygiene is being met, then I'm happy.
Oh, but you're missing out on something so fun. I mean, it's not like you need it, of course. You've got beautiful bone structure, lovely hair, long legs, but aren't you interested in trying something new?
Well, thank you. I suppose I do find it all somewhat intriguing. But my time is precious to me, and my focus is on knighthood. Taking time to paint my face simply isn't a top priority.
Sure, but imagine if you could combine the two and become the most fabulous knight ever. Okay, maybe I'm taking it too far. I know knights don't necessarily need a ton of makeup or things like that for the job. I'm just saying, I really think you'd enjoy it if you opened your mind to it. All I'm talking about is a light touch. I can see it now. Your gorgeous face done up with a delicate application of makeup. The fabulous knight who everyone looks up to and wants to be.
Well, maybe? I guess. That does sound mostly harmless.
Hooray! Okay, we don't have a moment to lose. Here, take this makeup kit, play around with the colors, and see what speaks to you.
Now, wait just a...
I actually got that little kit as a gift the other day, and I wasn't sure what to do with it because I already have that one. It's a limited palette, but I think it fits the look you're going for perfectly.
I actually never agreed to start putting that stuff on my face, Annette.
What? Oh. Well then, I guess this whole kit will have to go to waste. I'll just throw it away like the garbage it is.
You're throwing it away? I can't just stand by and let something go to waste. Okay. Alright. Thank you. We can do this.
That's the spirit! Oh, and I'm happy to help you learn to apply it too. Come on, let's go to my room. I have some brush techniques to show you before you get started.
Now, don't get carried away. Ugh. She played me like a fiddle.
Yeah, we're supposed to defeat our assailants, not try to marry them. Alright, Dimitri and Sylvain next. Oh my god, I still got a lot to go.
I'd better avoid the training grounds. I swear His Highness never sleeps.
You're out late, Sylvain. Is it safe to assume you've been wildly carousing with women? I'm afraid that behavior simply will not do.
Ah, Your Highness! Hello. No, I was not wildly carousing with women. There was only the one. Let's just forget you saw me. Agreed?
Unfortunately, I can't do that. It's time someone talked some sense into you. And it seems the task has fallen to me. Sylvain, I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself at night. But you must learn the art of moderation. Again and again, you end up wandering the streets until the early morning.
Okay, I get it. I don't need one of your lectures. I've got them all memorized anyway. I promise I'll be better in the future. I'll stop going out at night, I'll focus more on my studies, and in return, you'll go into town with me, and we'll invite some cute girls to dinner. Shall we shake on it?
The way your mind works absolutely confounds me. How did you even arrive at such a notion?
You need to get out more. Naive and uptight is no way to live your life.
Naive and uptight? Yes, well, compared to you, I imagine I'm downright run-of-the-mill.
I'm not so sure. Most men are experienced enough to know not to give a dagger to the girl they...
Will you never let that rest? It was many years ago. Perhaps a good knock on the head will help you to finally forget about it.
With your brute strength, a knock on the head could knock the life right out of me. You'd better watch that temper, Your Highness. So how about this? I'll try to behave, and you'll try to loosen up.
If I do as you wish, will you truly promise to improve your behavior?
What'd I just say? Of course I'll behave. A Knight of Fargus never goes back on his word. What about you? I want to see you with a girl on your arm.
I am a man of my word. I will attempt to do as you ask. But you had better uphold your end of the bargain as well.
Seriously? Yeah, I'll believe it when he introduces me to the lucky girl. Oh, Dimitri, you always take even the silliest things so very seriously. This should be fun.
And then he ends up with 3 girls. Dimitri has his own little harem. Alright, Annette and Dimitri next.
Good morning, Your Highness. Getting in some early training, huh?
Oh, it's not too terribly early. And what about you?
Oh, I'm just going for my morning walk. Hey, maybe you'd like to join me. It's a great way to start the day.
A morning walk? Funny. Gustav always kept the same habit. You really do remind me of your father, Annette.
I hear that a lot. Father was always busy with work, so he wasn't around much. But when he was home, he'd often take me with him for his walks.
Annette, something's been weighing on me. Something I've done terribly wrong. Your father, he worked tirelessly. I don't know if I ever saw him take a rest. I feel as though, in a way, we stole him from you.
I'll admit it was a bit lonely growing up. But I understand. Father loved his work. No one ever doubted that. Actually, I've been thinking recently that I'd like to talk to you more, Your Highness.
Oh? Any reason in particular?
Father was a man of few words, both with myself and my mother. But sometimes he would tell me about you. So, you don't really feel like a stranger to me. In a way, it's like I've known you for a long time. Almost as though you're my big brother.
Your big brother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I let that slip out. That was rude of me.
No, nonsense. I promise you, I don't mind at all. It's certain that my days would have been filled with more fun if I'd had a little sister like you. What kind of things did Gustav tell you about me? I'd love to hear more on this topic.
Do you really want to know? Well, for one, he used to tell this story about when you were a child and...
You know what? Never mind. I have a bad feeling about where this is going. How about you forget we had this talk altogether? And don't mention it to anyone.
So how do they get support level C if she's supposed to forget about it? That means it never happened. Alright, Felix and Annette, that's the last one. Finally.
Today's
Today's dinner is steak and then a cake that's yummy yum. Now it's time to fill my tummy tummy tum. Oh, this mountain of sweets and treats that I long to eat. Oh, stacks of steaks and cakes and crumbs and yums.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Felix, you weren't listening, were you?
I heard enough to know that you're hungry.
No, I mean, well, yes. At least tell me you didn't see the dance.
You have nice footwork. Get something to eat. I can take over watering the plants.
Please tell me Felix is gonna replicate the dance.
Felix!
And you're shouting.
You can't just spy on people while they're singing without even saying anything! It's not right!
I actually did call out that I was coming in. It's not my fault you didn't hear.
Well, you need to speak louder then! Ugh, this is so embarrassing. And of course I was singing some silly food song I made up. I should have been singing about bears or swamp beasties.
Yeah, and eat those
I didn't
too.
realize there were songs about bears and swamp beasties. That food song seemed to be close to your heart. Your stomach isn't far from your heart after all.
Oh, you are the worst!
Huh. What was that about? I better water these plants. Wouldn't want them to get thirsty, or they might start singing too.
I can tell she's the fun-loving one of this group, Annette. Anyway, that was very lengthy. Like, I would say 3/4 of this video was just support conversations. But overall, I feel they're gonna help in battle just to make our stats better when they're close. So I figured I'd just do it now, before we do the mission. Anyway, let's stop the video right here, and the next part, we're actually gonna go do the mission of Chapter 4. Goodbye everyone, thanks for watching.